thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad?
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. That is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play. For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Roethlisberger quickly to the flat, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
On the carry.
Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw, eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
It brings up 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Adrian Phillips on the stop.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
On down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's Kelsey on the ground. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time he'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
By the Broncos.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2 inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Jackson's pass.
A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll air this one. And this is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Steelers 7. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Saquon Barkley. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Oh, look at the Jew. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken.
He's taken down.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll run with Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 40-yard line.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The tackle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Found his target is Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They haven't salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines.
All you got to do is look and learn.
Got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Tackled by Derek Wolfe. Remember, he used to be on the other sideline with Denver. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Leonard Floyd picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
21. Broncos 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. First down and more for Jackson. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A.J. Green. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Chris Boswell set to...
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards.
14-yard line.
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And Crosby puts it through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Now Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Eluding the pressure right. Flush to his right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll run it with Mack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Took their shot and going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I totally believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Finding Green, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win here in their home opener as they move.